Good afternoon. Welcome to Equip. This is Coach Chris. If you do have a band nearby, go ahead and grab it. If you don't have any bands, absolutely fine. You're just going to work some shoulder circles, some pass-throughs. But if you have a band, get some tension on there. We're going to work some nice good circles, taking that band from the hip flexors to the low back, keeping the arms as straight as possible. Rib cage stays down. And don't worry about how many reps you get here. Just make sure they're nice and intentful and you're taking your time. Again, if you don't have a band, that's fine. You can just work some nice intentful shoulder cars as we reach those fingertips. Keep those arms long and strong. We'll give about one more. Excellent. All right, go right into our hinge squat double lunge. Y'all know I love this movement. It gets the job done quick. Feet underneath the hips. Nice strong hinge. Nice deep squat. And then that double lunge. So lunge on each leg. And that's going to be 4 more reps. That strong hinge, squat, and then that double lunge. Your pace, taking your time, really punching those hips back in that hinge. We do have a strong hinge movement today, so let's make sure we get that one down. Taking your time on that double lunge. Last rep if you're with me. Let's go and finish those up. All right. So as we get into our warm-up, we're going to go through the movements we're going to do today. Y'all know this by now, but just in case, follow along. Don't just watch. You're going to get bored and you're going to miss out on your warm-up. So let's go ahead and grab a matching set of weights. All right. Moderate's great. It can be dumbbells. It can be kettlebells. It can be gallons of water, whatever you can grab. All right. So let's go and grab one of that weight. We're just going to have it hanging on either side of our body. So pretty much just holding on to those suitcases. And we're going to go into a split squat position. So we're going to take that right leg back. All right, we're pretty much in a stationary lunge position. We're going to pull that right knee down towards the ground and then coming back up. Keeping that right foot back. Give me 2 more reps. 1 more. And let's switch it out. So this is our split squat. Left foot's back, pulling down, driving through that right heel. The only thing, there's nothing too crazy to this. There's really not, but it gets the job done very well. The superset with those 2 movements is going to be a bicep curl to overhead press. Exactly what it sounds like. You're going to bicep curl those weights. You're going to press them overhead, bring them back down, bicep curl. Let's give me 3 reps. Press overhead, down, bicep curl, and then press. Okay, so we have 3 movements. Technically, we have 3 movements in our first superset. Not too complicated so far. All right, we're going to get rid of one of those weights. So let's take it down to one piece of equipment. Let's take it to our left hand so we can stay together. I want you to take that left foot nice and light on the ground. So it's barely touching the ground. You're going to slide it back. Nice strong hinge position. And you're going to give me a nice strong row. And then go tall. Slide it back. Row. Tall. Slide it back. Row. Tall. Let's switch out sides. I'm going to pivot around just for camera reasons. Light on my right foot. Sliding that right foot back. Strong row. Tall. 2 more. Slide, row, tall. Slide, row, tall. Excellent, all right? The third movement in that superset is going to be our goblet squat. If you are using a kettlebell, I like the bottom up position for this one, so I'm holding onto the horns. If you're using a dumbbell, you can hold onto it however you like. Find your squat position, pull those elbows down, pull down that bottom squat, go tall. 2 more. Down, up, down, up. Not too crazy, right? All right, our last superset, we're going to be working a Z press, and we're going to be working our alternating halo with rotation. So a little bit of a different movement today. So come on down to a seated position. I want you to take those legs straight out in front of the body. You're nice and tall through the head. So this is our Z press. Dumbbell or kettlebell, I'll demo with the dumbbell just to switch it up. You're going to come into a shoulder press position, just one side. You're pressing overhead and back down. Press, down, press, down. Let's switch. 3 reps opposite side. You might be thinking, Chris, there's nothing too different about this movement. Just wait until we work some reps of it. Okay, it's impossible to cheat. Very humbling movement. A lot of core work in this one as well once you hit that fatigue state. Taking that weight back down, let's make our way back up to a standing position. I'll stay with the dumbbell just to mix it up. I'm gonna hold my dumbbell long way, so we're using a kettlebell, hold onto the horns. Find your athletic position. If you don't know what that is, jump and land, that's your athletic position. All right, we're gonna take that weight to our left hip. I want you to make sure your belly button is pointed at that weight. As we stand tall, we're gonna take it around the body halo, opposite hip. Belly button points to the weight. Up, halo. 4 more reps. Up, halo. I'm gonna slow down just for camera reasons. Up, head stays tall, working the weight around the head. 2 more reps, tall, around, hinge, tall, around. All right, so we have alternating rotational lift into a halo. All right, so that's it for today. That's not the workout, that's just the warm up. All right, so let's go ahead and grab onto those matching weights, that matching set that we have. We're gonna go start off with our split squat. So you need a big breath. Slide that right foot back into that lunge position. Pull on down, right knee hovers off the ground. Let's work your pace, split squat. If you'd rather take those weights up into a racked position, you're more than welcome to. We're driving through that heel. Chest is proud. Strong through those shoulders. Good news, we're 20 seconds in. Maybe feeling that quad by now. 10 seconds. Taking all the way to that top position. 4, 3, 2, and relax. All right, big breath. Sliding that left foot back. I'm going to face the camera this time. I just want to show a different setup position. When I'm in this position, my feet stay hip width. All right, so I'm not going in line. I'm not losing stability here. Sliding straight back. Pull that left knee down. Let's work. Now driving through that front heel again. You're typically going to feel this second side a little bit more because it was working on that first set. It's really hard to turn off that back leg unless we go Bulgarian. About 10 more seconds. Legs are getting toasty by now. 3, 2, 1, relax. All right, moving into our bicep curl to overhead press. Nothing fancy here, but we're strong through the midsection. Soften the knees, we engage through the hips. Big breath. Let's curl it on up. Strong press. All the way back down. Strong curl. Press. And as we work that press, we're working on getting those biceps to our ears. That full extension. Halfway through. Another very simple movement, but gets the job done. Love this combination. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Got time to set them down for just a moment if you like. We got one more series of those 3 movements. Going back into our split squat. We're working that left side first again. So we get those weights back up. Strong deadlift. Sliding that right foot back, lunge position. Let's work. Okay, we're nice and strong through those shoulders. Tall through the head, driving through that front heel. About 15 seconds left. Remember, you do have time to set those weights down for a moment if you need to as we switch sides. 4, 3, 2, and relax. Big breath. All right, same thing, opposite side coming up. Again, if you're here in this starting position, feet underneath the hips, we're going to slide straight back. We're not going far out. We're not going in line or across. Straight back. Stay on that train track. All right, left foot goes back. Let's work. And I know it can be challenging on this next cue if you can't really see yourself, but pay attention. Is that back knee staying underneath the hip, or is it way far back? And what I mean by that, if you're in this position, that's most likely too much. Okay, we're opening up the hip too much, we're losing power and strength. Okay, slide it back in, keep that back knee underneath of that hip, so we stay nice and stable. 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. All right, biceps curl to that overhead press coming up. If you have time to set them down if you like. Just saving myself a deadlift here. Big breath. Strong through that belly, tall through that head. Curl it on up. Press. Back down. So after this one, we're moving on to that hinge with that single arm row. So we're going to be getting rid of one of these weights. If it's your home, you only have lighter weights to work with, you can double up, guys. So you can work a double row, but it's going to be back-to-back sets where you're going to be switching out the legs, but still working both sides of that upper body. Four, 3, 2, and relax. All right. So setting one of those weights down. Big breath. Again, on this one, much like the split squat, we're going to slide that leg straight back, though, this time, working more of that hinge into that row, then staying back up nice and tall. Let's go left hand. Slide that left leg back. Long through the head. Strong row. Stand tall. Punch that hip. Stand tall. Hip back. Row. Tall. As light as you can get through that left foot. So I'm hoping you're feeling a little bit of that anti-rotation going on. So we're strong through the belly, strong through the hips. Last 4, 3, 2, finish up that rep. Relax. Got some time, switching over to our right side. And then after this, we're going into that goblet squat, so we're going back to that lower body. Let's set it up, right hand. Once you're ready, slide that right foot back. Nice and stable, strong row. Stand tall, reactivate that midsection. Slide that leg back, strong row, back tall. "15 seconds, plenty of time." Still long through the head, chest stays proud. 4, 3, 2, and relax. All right, goblet squat coming up. So with this one, talk about pulling those elbows down. People tend to flare out, go chicken wing. With this next movement, pull it down. It's going to challenge that midsection, challenge your T-spine a little bit more. All right, we have our weight up. Pulling those elbows down. Let's work. Your pace with that strong goblet squat. So your weight is really going to dictate your tempo. Now I might have a moderate weight, so I'm able to stay a little more fluid, a little more rhythm in my reps. If you're going challenging, heavy weight, you might find yourself pausing at the top a little bit more. That's absolutely fine. 4, 3, single arm row coming back. Get light on that foot as we work that hinge to that row. Big breath. We've got that weight. Tall through the head, strong through the belly. Slide that left foot back. Pull, tall. Slide, pull, tall. About 20 more seconds. And everything is 2 rounds today. We have a lot of movements, so we're not tripling up any rounds or any supersets. 3, 2, 1, relax. Got time. Breathe. Heart rate should be cranking right now, but it should be up. All right, we are moving at a decent pace for work to rest ratio. Right side. Set it up tall. Strong through that belly. Slide that right foot back. Strong pull. Go tall. Slide. Pull. Tall. Nice and strong through that left leg. That support leg. Last 4, 3, 2, and relax. All right. We have our goblet squat coming up. Again, if you are working a kettlebell, see what it feels like to a bottom up position. So flip that kettlebell over, holding on to those horns. With the dumbbell, I like to hold it long ways or vertical, interlocking my hands around the top of that weight. Set it up. Let's work. Pulling those elbows down. Halfway already. Last 8 seconds, almost there. 3, 2, and relax. All right, we have 6 more minutes of work left. We have our Z press coming up. So let's go and get into our seated position. I'm going to coach you through taking those legs straight out in front. If you want to open it up and work our Z press in that position, you can as well. Let's go left side first. Wrap it on up. Tall through the head. Let's work full press, pulling down, press, down, your pace. Already finding this a little more challenging than that warm-up set. Shoulders have gotten a little gassed. We're staying strong, finding that rack position before pressing fully overhead. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. We have time. Set that weight down. You have the transition right on over. And you may not be working in front of a mirror, so it's sometimes hard to see. But see if you can feel that bicep flirting with that ear as we go with that full press. All right, set it up. Let's work. Working that exhale as we press and initiate that movement. Making sure we keep that tension out of our low back. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. All right, let's make our way back up. We got a quick transition here. Okay, we're going to that load, to that halo, that rotation. Again, belly button follows that weight as it goes to our hip. I know it's silly, but to make sure our trunk is where it needs to be. All right, load it up. Let's go to that hip. I don't care which one you start off with. As we stand opposite shoulder, around the head, opposite hip. Sneaking in a little bit of core work here, strengthening that pillar. You can really snap that hip to initiate that movement. Drawing that ribbon. 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. All right, back down to that Z press. Nice relaxed seated position here for a moment. Gonna kick out a little bit this time, just change it up. Widen out those feet, left side racked, strong through that belly. Let's work. And try not to rush out of any position, especially an uncomfortable one. So when you're overhead, if you find yourself just dropping that weight, stay there for an extra second and then pull down. Let's strengthen up those end ranges. Don't avoid any weaknesses. 4, 3, 2, and relax. All right, big breaths. Switch over to that right side. Again, we're staying tall through that head. Find that strong breath as we initiate that press. Let's rack it up right side. Let's go tall, strengthen that belly. Let's work. And taking that bicep to that ear, not ear to bicep, as we really try to get that full extension of that press. Good work, good work. About 12 more seconds. Finding my body wants to cheat. It's trying to figure out how to cheat right now. Feel my hips trying to rotate. Feel my body trying to collapse to get that weight. 3, 2, and relax. Again, that Z press, really hard to cheat on. You can't really get any initiation through those hips or through those legs to get that weight going. All right, last movement here. Load the hip, halo. Let's finish strong. Set it up. Weight to that hip, belly button's pointed at it. Let's work. Nice athletic stance. If you're thinking your feet are too close together, just go and kick them out a little bit wider. Give yourself a wider base. Make sure you can really rotate through those hips. "15 seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, a couple of deep breaths. Again, heart rate shouldn't be skyrocketing right now, but should be feeling that breath. We're going to get a quick stretch in, and then you're out of here. All right. But real quick, find that athletic stance. Sink down, big breath. Exhale, slow at the top. One more. All right, let's go into that squat windmill twist. I know I've snuck this one in a few times recently. Real big fan of it. Bang for buck here. Athletic position. Pull down, squat position. Right hand inside of that right calf. Left hand to sky. Eyes are on left hand. Now straighten out that left leg, breathe. And relax. Let's go and stand tall. Reset. Going down squat position. Left hand side of that left calf. Right hand to sky. Straighten out right leg. Now check to see if those hips are staying over top of those heels. Or are you shifting off to the side that your hand is down? And relax. All right. That does it for me. Thank you very much for spending your, what I would consider evening with me. Have a wonderful night. Enjoy some time off, disconnect, and we will see you next week.